Ladies and gentlemen, what would it feel like to have control over your time, to stop feeling like there's never enough of it? We live in a world where time seems to slip through our fingers faster than we can grasp it, leaving us overwhelmed, stressed, and often wondering where the hours have gone. But what if I told you that the key to turning your dreams into reality is not about working harder, but about managing your time more effectively? Time is the one thing we all have in common, yet it's the one thing we often misuse the most. In this speech, we're going to dive deep into how mastering time management can be the game changer you've been waiting for. Stay with me, because how you manage your time will determine the quality of your life and whether or not you ever achieve the things you truly want. You have the power to make time your greatest ally. Let's learn how. Time is your most valuable asset, and understanding this is the first step toward mastering time management. Unlike money, relationships, or even health, once time is gone, it cannot be regained. Every second, minute, and hour you experience is irreversible. The world operates on time. Your work, your goals, and even your dreams are tied to how you choose to spend the time you have. In fact, the way you use your time is the greatest reflection of your values and priorities. If you want to truly achieve greatness, you must first come to grips with the fact that how you spend your time determines the outcome of your life. It's a matter of choice. You can either waste it or you can invest it. Many of us make the mistake of thinking that we have all the time in the world, but the truth is we are constantly running against the clock. The minutes slip away quickly, and before we know it, a year, 5 years, or even a decade has passed. If you want to create the life you envision, it's crucial that you stop taking time for granted. You need to start viewing every moment as an opportunity to get closer to your dreams rather than something that will always be there for you. The most successful people are not necessarily the ones with the most resources, but the ones who understand the value of time and use it wisely. When you realize time's true worth, it becomes easier to take control of it. You stop allowing distractions to steal your time, and you learn to make conscious decisions about how you spend every day. Imagine waking up every morning with a clear plan for the day, knowing exactly what actions you need to take to get closer to your goals. By valuing time, you can eliminate procrastination, reduce stress, and make every task you do count. Every minute that you spend on something that does not align with your ultimate purpose is a minute you'll never get back. Mastering time management also means knowing when to say no. Time is limited, and often we say yes to things out of obligation or because we feel guilty. But every time you say yes to something that doesn't move you closer to your vision, you're saying no to something more important. You have to protect your time, be selective with your commitments, and focus on activities that add value to your life. This doesn't mean being selfish or abandoning relationships, but rather being intentional about how you spend your time, so you can invest it in things that will bring long-term rewards. The way you perceive and manage your time impacts your overall success. When you understand that time is your most valuable resource, you begin to see the world differently. You realize that achieving your goals and living the life you desire comes down to making wise choices about where you put your energy. When you treat time with respect, you can begin to harness it to create the life you dream about, step by step, day by day. By shifting your mindset and treating every moment as an opportunity to move forward, You set yourself on a path toward greater success and fulfillment. Time is not the enemy. It's the most powerful tool you have to shape your future. To truly master time management, you must first learn the art of prioritizing. In a world filled with constant distractions and endless tasks, it's easy to become overwhelmed and lose sight of what's truly important. But if you want to make significant progress toward your goals, you must be intentional about where you direct your time and energy. This means focusing on tasks that align with your higher purpose and long-term vision. It's not enough to be busy. You need to be productive. The key to being productive lies in understanding that not all tasks are created equal. Every day you are faced with countless decisions about what to do next, and each decision represents an opportunity to move closer to or further away from your goals. However, not every task on your to-do list is of equal importance. Some things can be put off, delegated, or even eliminated altogether. By learning how to prioritize, you can focus on the activities that matter most and let go of the rest. The most successful individuals are not those who tackle every task with equal urgency, but those who can discern which tasks will have the most significant impact and devote their time to them. To prioritize effectively, you must first gain clarity about your purpose and goals. Without a clear vision, you will be easily swept away by the demands of everyday life. When you know what you are working toward, it becomes much easier to determine which activities contribute to that vision and which ones don't. Ask yourself, does this task align with my long-term goals? Does it move me closer to where I want to be? If the answer is no, then you may need to reconsider whether it's worth your time and energy. It's also essential to evaluate your daily tasks based on their level of importance rather than their level of urgency. Too often we become caught up in the cycle of dealing with immediate but unimportant tasks, such as answering emails, attending meetings, or handling distractions that don't contribute to our bigger goals. These tasks may seem urgent, but they often don't bring you closer to where you want to go. On the other hand, important tasks, those that move you toward your goals, are often less urgent but require more focus and effort. By recognizing the difference between urgency and importance, you can make better choices about where to spend your time. One of the most powerful tools for prioritizing is creating a system of time blocking. By scheduling specific time slots for high priority tasks, you ensure that they get the attention they deserve. Treat these time blocks as non-negotiable appointments with yourself. When you make space in your day for the things that truly matter, you're less likely to get caught up in activities that don't align with your purpose. Prioritizing also means saying no to the things that drain your time and energy without providing real value. It's easy to get caught up in the desire to please others, but in doing so, you risk spreading yourself too thin and neglecting your own needs and goals. Learning to say no graciously and assertively is a skill that will protect your time and help you stay focused on what's important. By mastering the art of prioritizing, you create a roadmap for your day, your week, and your life. You make conscious decisions about where to invest your time, ensuring that your actions align with your ultimate vision. This intentional approach allows you to achieve more with less effort and prevents you from feeling overwhelmed by the endless demands on your time. When you prioritize with purpose, you free yourself from the chaos of everyday distractions and create the space you need to turn your dreams into reality. Setting clear, actionable goals is one of the most powerful tools you can use to master time management. Without clear goals, you may find yourself drifting through your day without a sense of purpose or direction. Goals provide you with focus and clarity, ensuring that every action you take is purposeful and moves you closer to your desired outcomes. Goals give your time meaning, and when you know exactly what you're working toward, time becomes your ally rather than your enemy. The first step in goal setting is to ensure that your goals are specific and actionable. Rather than saying, "I want to be successful," break it down into clear, measurable objectives. For example, I want to increase my sales by 20% in the next quarter, or I want to write a book within the next 6 months. Specific goals provide a roadmap for your actions, making it easier to identify the steps you need to take in order to reach your destination. They eliminate the ambiguity that often leads to procrastination, giving you a clear path to follow. Next, set deadlines for each goal. Without deadlines, goals remain dreams and time slips away without any progress. Setting a timeline helps to create a sense of urgency, forcing you to take action. Deadlines hold you accountable and prevent you from putting off important tasks. However, deadlines should be realistic and achievable. Setting an unrealistic deadline can lead to frustration and burnout. Break down your larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks with their own deadlines, and focus on completing these tasks one step at a time. This approach prevents overwhelm and ensures consistent progress toward your bigger goals. In addition to being specific and time-bound, your goals must also align with your deeper purpose. It's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of things that may seem important in the moment, but don't serve your long-term vision. For instance, you may set a goal to work extra hours to earn more money, but if that goal takes away from your time with family or your health, it may not be the best use of your time. Aligning your goals with your deeper values ensures that every goal you set is meaningful and contributes to your overall happiness and fulfillment. One of the most effective strategies for reaching your goals is to break them down into smaller, actionable tasks. Large goals can feel intimidating and unachievable, but when you break them down into bite-sized tasks, they become more manageable and less overwhelming. For example, if your goal is to write a book, break it down into smaller goals, such as writing 1 chapter a week or completing a certain number of pages each day. When you focus on small daily actions, the big goal no longer feels out of reach. These small wins build momentum and motivation, helping you stay on track. Finally, review and adjust your goals regularly. Life is dynamic and circumstances change. It's important to assess your progress and determine whether your goals are still relevant and achievable. Sometimes, goals may need to be adjusted to align with new information, challenges, or opportunities. Flexibility in your approach allows you to stay adaptable and keep moving forward even when obstacles arise. By setting clear, actionable goals, you give yourself direction and purpose. Each goal becomes a guidepost, showing you the path to success. You gain the focus and discipline needed to prioritize your time effectively, ensuring that you're always moving in the right direction. When your time is aligned with your goals, every moment becomes an opportunity to build the future you desire. Setting and achieving goals is not just about ticking off tasks. It's about turning your vision into reality, one action at a time. Mastering time management requires a deep understanding of focus and concentration. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. From notifications on our phones to the constant pull of social media, it's easy to lose focus and let our attention drift away from what truly matters. But achieving success and reaching your goals requires the ability to concentrate deeply and stay present with the task at hand. If you want to make the most of your time, you must learn how to harness the power of focus. One of the biggest challenges we face in maintaining focus is the sheer volume of information and stimuli we encounter on a daily basis. With so many things demanding our attention, it can be difficult to zero in on a single task for an extended period. However, the ability to concentrate is essential to making the most of your time. When you give your full attention to one thing, you complete it more efficiently, with higher quality, and in a shorter amount of time than if you are scattered across multiple tasks. Multitasking may seem like an effective way to get more done, but studies show that it often leads to lower productivity and more mistakes. Focusing on one task at a time allows you to put your full energy into it, leading to better results in less time. To improve your focus, start by creating an environment that minimizes distractions. This could mean turning off your phone notifications, clearing your workspace of unnecessary clutter, or using apps that block distracting websites during work sessions. The environment in which you work can have a huge impact on your ability to concentrate. If you're constantly bombarded by interruptions, your attention will be divided, and you'll find it harder to stay engaged with the task. By setting up a distraction-free space, you can ensure that you're giving your full attention to the work at hand. In addition to a distraction-free environment, it's also important to set boundaries for your time. Designate specific periods in your day for focused work and protect them from interruptions. Let those around you know that during those hours you are unavailable, and focus solely on your most important tasks. Creating these boundaries helps you train your brain to switch into work mode during those designated times, making it easier to get into a state of deep concentration. Over time, you'll be able to enter this focused state more quickly and with less effort. Another powerful strategy for maintaining focus is using the technique of time blocking. Time blocking involves scheduling dedicated time slots for specific tasks throughout the day. Instead of leaving your day open, you allocate specific periods to work on particular tasks. For example, you might block off 2 hours in the morning to work on a big project, followed by a short break, then another hour for meetings or administrative tasks. By breaking your day into manageable chunks, you make it easier to stay focused on one thing at a time. It also ensures that you're prioritizing the most important tasks, as each time block is intentional and purposeful. Taking regular breaks is another key to maintaining focus over the long term. Studies show that working for extended periods without rest can lead to burnout and decreased productivity. Short breaks, whether it's a 5-minute walk, stretching, or simply resting your eyes, help refresh your mind and keep you sharp throughout the day. The Pomodoro technique, which involves working for 25 minutes followed by a 5-minute break, is a popular method to help maintain focus and productivity. The key is to work with intensity during the focused periods, and then allow yourself a brief moment to recharge. Building and maintaining focus is a skill that takes practice and discipline. Over time, the more you train your mind to concentrate on one task at a time, the easier it becomes. When you develop the ability to focus, you can accomplish far more than if you allow yourself to be distracted by the noise of the world around you. Focus turns your time into an asset, making every moment count and propelling you toward the success you desire. With dedication and the right strategies, you can master focus and make the most of every second. Effective time management requires the ability to delegate tasks and ask for help when needed. Many people struggle with time management because they try to do everything on their own. Whether it's at work, home, or in their personal lives, they take on too much responsibility and find themselves overwhelmed. The truth is, no one can do everything alone, and trying to do so often leads to burnout and inefficiency. Learning to delegate is a crucial skill that allows you to free up your time, focus on what matters most, and rely on others to share the load. Delegation is not about offloading tasks because you're too lazy to do them. It's about recognizing that some tasks are better suited to others, and that you don't need to carry the weight of everything yourself. Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, and sometimes someone else can accomplish a task faster, more efficiently, or more effectively than you. By delegating those tasks, you can focus on what you do best and what will bring the greatest impact toward achieving your goals. Delegation starts with understanding which tasks can be handed off. Not everything needs to be delegated, but if a task doesn't directly contribute to your goals, or if it can be done by someone else with the right skills, it may be time to pass it along. It's important to assess your responsibilities and determine where your time is being spent most effectively. For example, if you're spending hours each week on administrative tasks, such as scheduling meetings or responding to emails, and these activities don't require your specific expertise, it may make sense to delegate them to an assistant or a team member. By doing so, you're freeing yourself up to focus on the more important aspects of your work or personal life, where your unique abilities can make the greatest difference. When delegating tasks, it's essential to communicate clearly and set expectations. Make sure that the person you're delegating to understands exactly what needs to be done, when it needs to be completed, and what the desired outcome is. Clear instructions prevent misunderstandings and help ensure that the task is completed efficiently. Additionally, when delegating, trust the person you're assigning the task to. Don't micromanage. Allow them to take ownership and responsibility. Micromanaging undermines the purpose of delegation, as it can lead to frustration and wasted time on both sides. Delegation is not only for work tasks, but also for personal responsibilities. Many people fall into the trap of taking on too much at home, whether it's cooking, cleaning, or managing household chores. Learning to delegate tasks to family members, or even hiring help when necessary, can create more balance in your life and allow you to focus on personal growth or your career goals. Delegating responsibilities at home also teaches those around you to take on more responsibility, contributing to a stronger sense of teamwork and shared effort. One of the most challenging aspects of delegation is overcoming the fear of letting go of control. We often feel like we need to do everything ourselves to ensure it's done right. However, this mindset can be counterproductive as it leads to stress, overwhelm, and an inability to grow. Delegating allows you to build trust with others and recognize that while things may not always be done exactly how you would do them, they can still be done well. In fact, delegating gives others the opportunity to develop their skills and take on more responsibility, which can be incredibly valuable for the overall success of a team or family. Learning to delegate is an essential part of mastering time management. It allows you to focus on high priority tasks, avoid burnout, and create a more efficient and effective way of working. When you let go of the need to control everything and trust others to help, you open up more time to invest in your personal growth, your relationships, and your larger goals. Delegation is not a sign of weakness, but a strength that enables you to accomplish more with less effort and achieve success in all areas of your life. Time management is not just about planning your tasks, it's also about maintaining a mindset that ensures you stay disciplined and committed to your priorities. One of the most important aspects of time management is developing the ability to say no to things that don't align with your values or your goals. In a world where there are endless demands on your time, it's crucial to understand that every time you say yes to something, you are saying no to something else. Often something that may be more important to your personal growth and success. The inability to say no often stems from the desire to please others. We live in a society that encourages constant activity and engagement, and there is often an unspoken pressure to be involved in everything, whether it's social events, work commitments, or helping others with their tasks. However, if you try to take on too many obligations, you spread yourself too thin and become ineffective at managing the things that truly matter. Saying yes to everything can lead to burnout, dissatisfaction, and a lack of progress toward your goals. The key to mastering time management is to recognize your own limits. No matter how passionate or dedicated you are, there's only so much time in a day. You can't possibly do everything, and trying to do so can often backfire. By learning to say no, you protect your time and your energy, which allows you to give your full attention to the things that will help you move forward. Saying no is not a rejection of others. Rather, it is a commitment to your own priorities and well-being. When you say no, it's important to do so with confidence and respect. Saying no doesn't mean you have to be rude or dismissive. You can decline an invitation, a request, or an opportunity politely but firmly while still expressing appreciation for the offer. It's essential to communicate why you are saying no in a way that is honest but tactful. For instance, you might explain that you have prior commitments or that you are focusing on personal goals that require your attention. This not only protects your time, but also helps others understand your boundaries and respect them. Another key part of learning to say no is knowing when it's time to let go of past commitments that no longer serve your best interests. Many people continue to carry obligations out of a sense of guilt or loyalty, even when those commitments are no longer aligned with their current goals. It's essential to periodically evaluate your commitments and ask yourself if they are still moving you in the direction you want to go. If not, It may be time to release those obligations and make space for new opportunities that align better with your future aspirations. Saying no also means prioritizing self-care. Often people neglect their own needs in favor of fulfilling the requests of others. However, self-care is not selfish. It's essential for maintaining the energy and focus you need to succeed. When you say no to overcommitting yourself, you create space to recharge, reflect, and focus on your own growth. It is only by taking care of yourself first that you can be in a position to help others or meet the demands of your work and goals. In time management, saying no is a powerful skill. It enables you to take control of your life, your schedule, and your future. By setting boundaries and making intentional decisions about how to spend your time, you create the mental and emotional space needed to focus on what truly matters. When you are clear about your priorities and have the discipline to protect your time, you will see greater productivity, fulfillment, and success. Saying no is a tool that, when used effectively, can unlock the doors to a more focused, intentional, and balanced life.